In Southern California's tangled web of congested highways, a new overpass to join the mix. But this one won't service four wheels. Its travelers will have four legs.
We no longer have the grizzly bear. We no longer have gray wolves in the area. So the mountain lion is hung on.
Barely, wildlife biologists say, as development and roadways close in around the big cat population. Some mountain lions even resorting to storm drains for safe movement.
You can think of the Santa Monica Mountains as this island of habitat.
That's why the National Wildlife Federation's Beth Pratt is fundraising for an animal crossing.
It is looking like in our lifetimes, if we don't get this crossing up and if they don't start using it, it is probably game over. We are not going to have mountain lions in the Santa Monica Mountains.
And after a decade, they've nearly reached their $87 million goal, half from private donors.
We have donors from Kansas and London and Australia and Florida. I think that the world sees this as a really hopeful project.
Set to break ground in just weeks, the crossing will stretch 200 feet over 8 lanes of traffic, giving animals that are essentially barricaded in the Santa Monica Mountains access to food and possible mates across the highway.
What is genetic isolation?
Mountain lions are having to breed with their daughters and granddaughters and great-granddaughters. And in layman's terms, that's icky. But it's not only icky, it does not make for a sustainable population.
The inbreeding is already causing problems. The National Park Service has found mountain lions born with tail and reproductive defects.
And we hardly ever spot these cats.
Research shows without change, this region's population will be wiped out within 50 years.
Are we in a race against time?
We are.
Animal crossings aren't new. You'll find wildlife bridges for grizzly bears in Canada and tunnels for salamanders in Vermont. But officials say nothing has ever been built to this scale.
Here we are. We're going to save this population.
That's got to be a good feeling.
It's a really good feeling, and then I'm probably going to take a nap.
For today, Emily Ikeda, NBC News, Los Angeles.
It's pretty remarkable, Peter, to think that mountain lions' survival in the Santa Monica Valley could depend on the construction of that roadway.
I didn't know they had a tunnel for salamanders in Vermont. That's something I learned there.
You learn something new every
No
day.
doubt.